Hey everybody, I am here with my good friend Misty Buard. She is a marketer as well, and she has her own company called Brand Appetit. And so today we're going to have a conversation about girls' trips and why I've never been on one. And the movie came out last year. It was number one.
The number one comedy.
And it had to do with a whole lot of laughter and a whole lot of fun in New Orleans for the Jazz Festival?
That was actually Essence Festival.
Essence Festival. Mm-hmm. All right, and so that's about all I can personally tell you about the movie because I did not see it. It is on my list of things to watch. I'm going to catch up, I promise. But Misty asked me a question not too long ago, and she asked me,
why have you never, ever gone on a girls' trip?
Okay. See, what had happened was, all right, so what happened, I got married really young.
Okay.
All right, so I'm a young wife, I'm a young mother, I have a 2-year-old.
Okay.
And so my social circle was kind of people who were the same. We were all very young. So there was no time for a girls' trip when you have a 2-year-old.
So, Lisa, are the kids still 2?
No, they're grown now.
Okay. Have no desire to go on a girls' trip?
Okay, so here's my truth too. So I wasn't always where I am today.
Okay.
So I was 268 at my highest weight.
Okay.
And so just the thought of having to shop for clothing, having to be out in public in a bathing suit, I wasn't ready. So I kind of used that
as an excuse.
Well,
I have to tell you, Lisa, I have seen beautiful, bold women of all sizes, all shapes, all colors go and have a wonderful time. It's not about what you look like. It's about getting with your girls and having a time of your life. Literally, the time of your life.
Okay, so tell me about your last girls' trips you went on, or your favorite. Tell me about your favorite girls' trip.
Favorite girls' trip would have to be my 30th birthday. Girlfriend surprised me, literally told me to pack a bag. We were going somewhere. It's like, okay, where are we going? Pack a bag, get on a plane. And at the time, it's only one friend. We get on a plane, and the ticket says that we're going to Denver. It's like, okay, maybe we're going, it's April, so we're not going skiing. I don't know what we're doing. Anyway, get on a flight. We're on the flight. She's like, we have a connecting flight to Vegas. Ah! So I scream. We get to Vegas, have a great time. Well, we're there for like maybe 2 hours, walk into the resort, and one of my other friends pops up. Another hour, another friend's pops up. It was the best. It was amazing because it was like, and we just had a great trip. Now in Vegas, you need 3 days max. You don't need longer than that. But we had a great time.
So now I know 3 days in Vegas is about long
Maximum.
enough. Mm-hmm. All right. What should we expect? If you go on a girls' trip, what should we expect?
So I would say definitely be yourself. You get a chance to do stuff that you can't do every single day in the city. You get to be the inner kid that you are. You get to turn flips. You get to act crazy and say things that you probably don't say on a daily basis. Things you can't say in front of 2-year-olds. So you just get to go and just have a blast. Have a great moment. So that's what I would expect and nothing less.
An international girls' trip. Have you ever taken one of those?
So yes, I have taken the international girls' trip and it's just as fun. A little different because you meet so many different people. You meet Canadians, you meet Italians, you meet people from every place. And it's so great because when we're here, we're all having fun. We're not thinking about anything else. We're not thinking about the traffic that's back at home. We're not thinking about the stress that's at work. We're just here. So the camaraderie, we all get together and we just have a great time. So for me, it's just as much fun. You get to do a few more excursions when you're international. I like to go off the beaten path. I'm not that person who wants to stay on a resort. I want to get to know the culture. And there you go.
So what about the food on these girls' trips? Do calories count? What about drink calories?
Hey, look. I don't count your calories and you don't count my calories. How about that? Like you get to do the things that you don't do at home. This is the time when you splurge on everything. Okay. You just have a blast.
So let me, on a girls' trip then, what happens on a girls' trip stays on a girls' trip? Is it kind of like the same Las Vegas kind of thing?
Good girls never tell, Lisa. Good girls never tell.
Because I'm scared. We've been talking about going on a girls' trip and part of me is very, very nervous.
Well, I would definitely say we are of a different age now. So when I was 21, of course. But at this age, ripe age of 35, we just go. Like, there's nothing to, like, we're having a great time. You're usually going with like-minded people. So there's nothing that's going to happen that I don't get to come back and say. Or, you know, but it's definitely our bonding time. If we have some private moments, I don't want you to go back and come home and tell everything that I've shared. Obviously not. But let's just have a great time. Be in the moment. Listen to the waves crash.
So girls trip, you recommend, if you've never been on one, you recommend a girls trip.
If you have never, ever, ever gone on a girls trip, you need to go on one annually. You need to do a romantic trip every year. You need to do a girls trip every year because it's completely different.
Right.
It's completely different. It's not the same. And both of them will be amazing.
And so for women who are questioning, you know, what to wear, my size, who are feeling insecure about their bodies, because that's a real thing.
That is a real thing.
That's a real thing.
But I want to say this. It's not everybody who is, quote unquote, a size 14, 16, 18 that's insecure. There are women who are sizes 2, 4, 6, and 8 that are insecure. You have to put those insecurities behind you and go have fun. I don't care what size you are. If your girlfriends love you, they love you.
True.
That's it.
Very true. Very true. So there you have it. We need to do a girls trip, and every woman should have that experience.
Every single woman. And even those women who are super duper in love with the husband and the kids and they can't get away for a moment, go for 3 days.
Just 3 days.
Go for 3 days. Even if you can't do 5, 6, 7 days, go for 3 days. Just a moment, just to breathe.
Now, and even for introverts, for my introverted ladies out there, it does make sense. You can take one too and still.
Introverts, go with introverts. Do not go with extroverts. I am an extrovert. Now, I think Lisa and I can do a great trip together because I understand her. However, I think we should go with one more introvert because regardless if they come or not, I'm still going to have a good time. I'm still going to go out by myself. But that's my personality.
Right.
So I would say go with like-minded people. That's probably seriously out of everything. Go with someone who you mesh with very well. It's just like dating. Don't go with someone else who has different expectations than you. Like, for instance, I can't go on a trip with someone who's on a clock. Oh, we need to be here at this time, that time. I like to relax. I like to go with the flow. So go with somebody who you actually vibe with.
So have you ever been on a trip that was a complete bust, that was like never again? We'll want to hear about that trip.
Okay,
Yes.
so I can't say it was a complete bust, but what I will say is we had somebody who was not like-minded.
Ah, okay.
And this was actually the Vegas trip.
Really?
It was. And when I say not like-minded, so remember, this is my 30th birthday. So it's fun. It's pool parties. It's Vegas. Mm-hmm. So we go to a pool party at the Venetian. And we're at the big pool where everybody is. And nobody's swimming, by the way. It's literally a pool party. You're just looking cute with your hat, your favorite swimsuit, whatever your swimwear is. She decides to stay in the kiddie pool. Now, granted, for 2 reasons. One, because she was insecure at the time about her body. I did not know that until later.
Okay.
Secondly, I did not let that ruin my time. So when I'm on a girls trip, I can't babysit you. I'm not a babysitter. We're both adults.
Right.
And when you need your moment, go to the kiddie pool. And she had a great time with the beach ball by herself. And we're still good friends today. But she needed that moment.
Okay.
So that's why I think it's very important to understand who you're going with.
Now, for everybody thinks, or some people may think that this is really expensive, or because you can say that I don't have the financial resources. It's like I can't afford a girls trip. This is just completely off my radar.
Travel agents. That's the answer. If you could do payment plans.
Yes.
So many different people have payment plans. Travel agents are great to work with for several reasons. One, payment plan is the great one. The second one is simply because, hey, our flight's delayed. Guess who I get to call? See, if that was me, I'd be calling Delta or United.
Right.
You actually get to have someone who's personally working on your behalf. So plan ahead. Start planning. If you're spending, $100, $200 a month, send it off to the travel agent.
So that's the benefit of going through a travel agent versus booking it yourself.
Absolutely.
I like to see. I didn't know that.
Absolutely. That's the benefit. And they give you some extra perks that you don't know about too. You may walk into the room and have bottles of champagne and strawberries and all types of things.
Really?
Absolutely.
All right. So I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to watch the movie.
I'm going to take her. Okay. She said she thinks she's going to do this. I am dragging her, even if we have to start at Lakeway. We start in Austin, Texas.
I'm going on a girls trip. That's going to happen this year.
This year, 2018. Absolutely.
It's going to be fun. That's what I'm telling myself. I'm going to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
I'm absolutely ready at this point. I'm absolutely ready.
We'll have one more introvert and one more extrovert, so it'll be a match.
It'll be paired off wonderful. We'll keep you posted on how all of this goes. So to all my audience members, women in particular, take a girls trip this year. All right, everybody. Bye. See you next time. Special thanks to our sponsor, Inner Light Travel. Grab your girlfriends and head to Mexico for a Mother's Day getaway, May 10th through the 14th. Leave from anywhere around the country, bring your passport, and a $250 deposit reserves your spot. Payment plans are available.